What's up, everybody? It's Hillary. How are you? How's your Saturday? It's Saturday afternoon. For me, it's like 1:30 ish. And there's something that's been on my mind for a while. And I'm like, I don't know why I feel like I guess I'm doing a lot of like processing about it, but you guys will probably know what I'm talking about. So where were we? Jeffrey and I were at this like art fair thing in our city where we live, and there was a booth there. A woman was handing out these pamphlets, these little brochures about Shen Yun. Do you know what this is? Have you heard of it? I will be kind of surprised. Like, I'm guessing maybe 50-50 have heard of it, depending on like where you live, if it's like being pushed in your city or marketed. But basically, this woman was there like handing out these brochures about the Shen Yun performance. It's like their whole thing is it's about pre-communist China, and they convey this like beautiful pre-existing way of living through dance and song and, whatever. It's a theater performance. And their tickets are expensive, and their shit is all over. All over. When I see something marketed that heavily, freaks me out. I don't want to go near it. I'm not coming to your booth. Do not come to talk to me. I will Sauce to the hand, girl. I ain't gonna listen. Are you guys like that? Do you feel that? Because I watch people go up to that booth and they're standing there listening to this like spiel. They're like captives. They're held captive. Because most people are too damn nice. They're gonna take the little brochure and leave. But Shen Yun has their posters in like, I live like in a city, right? So I walk down the street and it's in the local skate shop, the pizza place, the barber, the vintage market. I mean, it's like they have gone to every business. Last weekend I went for a run, like Sunday morning. On the doors of the other streets, like we're obviously live on a street, but then there's like a street here and a street here. I was on the other street, which is residential. That's what I'm trying to communicate. It's a different kind of street. Residential street. And on the door handles of the houses, these are big Victorian houses, by the way. I live in like a historical area of the city. And they had the bags, Shen Yun bags, that must have had like a flyer in them or something, like, party favors of Shen Yun, pre-communist, exciting toy. I don't know what's in the bags. But, like, why so much marketing? Why billboards on the highway? Why a tent in an art fair? Why so much marketing? And my problem is I never once like Googled this thing. I have just seen Shen Yun years like of my life. I don't know if it's because I tend to live in cities and so that's where they're like pushing it. But I always get a weird feeling about it. Always. And I like want nothing to do with it. So I actually looked it up recently, and God, who's the dude who started it? It's basically like this guy who has formed his own little worldview, thinks aliens are coming or have come, and I feel like all of the Shen Yun money goes towards this weird ass cult. And I feel a need to say it. I felt, and I still feel so justified in finding out that there was like this weird background history to this. Like, this does not exist in order to educate people about pre-communist China. this exists so this dude can fund his, who knows what he's going to do, or what he's going to continue to try to like perpetuate. I don't know. Like, why is he doing it? What does he want? Why do people do that? Why do people like latch onto a truth or a belief and then make it like their mission? What's the panic? It feels like panic to me. I don't know. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I mean, sometimes I feel similarly about certain kinds of like religious movements, or anything like diets, certain kinds of trends. Oh snap, I'm going to Costco with my friend. She's texted me 15 minutes. I'm so pumped. We got a Costco membership recently. If you guys have Costco, and you like mushrooms, they have these like dried mushroom snacks that are so good. Oh my God, on my Costco list, I have 4 bags on the list because they're that good. And the Costco by my mom no longer sells them. So when I'm going to go see her, I'm going to bring her a couple bags because I love my mama. Anyway, I needed to vent about Shen Yun. Should I hashtag Shen Yun in this video so that they can see that it's not all love? Not that I like hate it, but I just feel such resistance around it, and it freaks me out. It freaks me out when any like business or company, organization is like pouring money into marketing. For what? Why? Shouldn't it speak for itself? Why aren't people talking about it? Like, why am I having to see it on paper everywhere? I'm fired up. But it felt good to vent. Is there anything that, you encounter in your life where you're like, this is weird? It's just like a gut feeling, right? As soon as I saw their booth and they're hanging this shit out, I'm like, this is not normal. You don't see bands don't do this. You have to kind of go and find to see when people are going to be performing where. Typically, I mean, this is coming from someone who also like doesn't really listen to podcasts, radio, watches TV, none of that. So maybe I'm just kind of out of the loop. But I don't know, give me a weird feeling, and I felt really justified after looking into it, and that felt good. I want to share it and hear if you guys have had similar experiences, and if you've seen Shen Yun, good God, you need to comment. Like, you are the number one person I want to hear from. I want to hear what it's like. I want to hear if it's great. I want to hear if you learned anything. I've also heard at the end of the performance, they come around with like asking for money, like more money. For what? For what? Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Mwah!